Now we're going to go to Washington and the dysfunction that could derail the economy. Believe it or not, we could be just days away from another government shutdown and possible default for the U.S. ABC's John Carl is covering it all from the White House. And John, two big deadlines approaching. Government runs out of money September 30th and then can't borrow any more money a couple weeks after that.
That's right, George, and it is a real mess. House Republicans are set today to finally pass a bill that would temporarily fund the government just until December, but that it includes a provision that says that no money can be spent on the president's health care bill ever. That has 0% chance of passing in the Senate. That puts us right back to square one with a government shutdown set in just over a week. And George, remember, this is just a temporary funding bill. It's the first big thing. We also, as you mentioned, have coming up whether or not the government will continue to be able to borrow money. That could put the government at risk of default, and there is no solution on the horizon for that one.
And the consequences of government shutdown, bad. Consequences of a default, catastrophic. And this new poll, we have a new poll out at ABC, which actually has some warnings for both sides.
It sure does. This is about the president's health care law, and it shows the law is still unpopular. A majority of the public doesn't like the way it's being implemented. Only barely a third approves of how it's being implemented. But, George, our poll also shows that more unpopular than the president's health care law by far is the idea of shutting down the government to defund it.
Yet it may happen. Okay, John Carl, thanks very much.